Okay, welcome to this lesson, and we are going to start mudding. So using your pan and you've mixed your easy sand, you're just going to go ahead and just push your mud up into those screws and into the old pops and then pull it off, okay? Make sure you guys do any cover up or any taping. I've got a lot of experience, so I'm not going to get mud on this trim, but taping off that trim would also be a good idea. So go ahead, make sure your screws are set all the way. I've got a screw here that was just barely out. You don't want to push them in too far through the paper, otherwise you're just going to get another pop in the future. All right, so use that easy sand, fill in all those holes, pushing the mud up and then pulling it off really tight. You don't want to leave any of this back on the wall. You don't want to see big lines left on the wall at all. Okay, now that your mud is set up, we're going to go ahead and repeat the process. So we're going to mix another pan of 5-minute mud or 20-minute mud. And all you have to do is wait 5 or 20 minutes for it to set up the first time. And then we're just going to go over and repeat this process. Push your mud into those holes, filling those holes, and then scraping it off super tight. Okay, you can see some of those raised spots. We're going to actually fix that in this next coat. So after your mud sets up, we're going to use +3. I'll show you how to mix that in another lesson in this course. And then we're going to go ahead and get that +3 into our mud pan. We're going to use a 6-inch knife here, guys. So I'm using the +3. Let me get this plastic out of the way for you. And we're just going to go up over top of the easy sand that we've put on. Okay, so this is our third coat, remember? And we're going to just skim over all of those old nail pops. Okay, so typically when you're doing new drywall, all of your screws are set in flat. So you don't even have to skim like this. You can just do a like a really, really tight pull 3 times and then sand, and they're gone. You're never going to see them. But these old nail pops leave kind of like a raised part. That's why when you scrape them down, the better you scrape them down, the easier it is to hide. So we're just going to be kind of slightly skimming. And here I'm just putting a light amount of pressure on the mud, kind of taking that outside line out. I don't want to leave a large amount of mud over these pops. If they're super raised, you're going to need to fan the mud out a little bit farther to the left and to the right to help hide those bumps. Otherwise, you're definitely going to see a line of mud in there. So go ahead and do this, and we'll see you in the next lesson.